It is Saturday. You guys know why I'm here. Okay, what is the problem with the screen? It's like I can't even see hardly any of you. See any of it. Maybe I need to just do this. Well, actually, that should be a little bit better. Because you guys don't even see me at all. But it's Saturday. It's Saturday. You guys know why I'm here. You guys know why I go live on Saturdays. Wrestling Week in Review. Hey, Jim. Hey, Nate. Hey, Austin. Hey, Austin. I don't mind. I know some people, they either have trouble spelling my name or they misspell my name on accident, but that's okay. Any of you guys that want to put a like on the live stream, feel free to do so. It's not required, but I would appreciate it. But I would very much appreciate it. You guys did so well last week. I think we got like at least 13 likes, I think, 14 maybe. That may be the most likes I've ever got on a live stream as far as one of these live streams. It's okay. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't care what you do, Austin. Well, whatever you want. Whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. So you know, as always, Powerade Zero mixed berry flavor. It's basically my signature. And Hacker of Tomorrow, you are out of here. Nobody cares about you either. Nobody really cares about you either, you dick. Sorry, you have to say that, but it's just the way I feel. But yeah, we got some great wrestling this week, and we got some surprises this week. Obviously, Monday Night Raw, we got fallout from Money in the Bank. We got on NXT, we got the fallout from Heat Wave, which was a great show. If you haven't watched Heat Wave, then watch it. It was a great show, much better than NXT Battleground, which had maybe one or two good matches and then a couple of that were subpar. But Monday Night Raw started out with CM Punk. We got CM Punk in the my flock. Thank you for coming. I don't think this stream would have been as good as it was without you here. I seriously do not think we would have gotten to 13, 14 likes without you. I could have, but it's very rare that I get no more than like 10 likes per live stream. Most of the time, I'm able to get at least 5 or 6, which is okay. I don't mind how many likes I get. It doesn't really matter to me. But whenever one of my live streams does get to 10 likes, at least, I'm always excited about that. But it's not something that I really take into account or something that I'm overly expectant upon. But it is what it is. Monday Night Raw, obviously it starts off the week. We start the week off with Monday Night Raw. The show started out with CM Punk, who decided to, at Money in the Bank, decided to attack Drew McIntyre again after months of basically them costing each other matches and opportunities for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank, which was a great show, but it wasn't like as good as it could have been, but at Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And he later on in the show, we got a match between Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Cool, Austin. That's cool. We got later on in the show, after Drew had won Money in the Bank, we got one of the matches we got later on in the show was Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest for the world title. Drew McIntyre decided to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase in that match. At one point during the match, CM Punk came out to attack Drew, which obviously cost him the match, and it also cost Seth Rollins the match. And so now Seth Rollins has a reason to be mad at Punk. And that's what we got at the beginning of this match. At the beginning of this segment began with CM Punk talking about why he attacked Drew, why he felt he needed to attack Drew for the millionth time. Or I'd say blue is my favorite color too. Yeah, blue is my favorite color too. As you can see, I'm drinking Powerade mixed berry flavor, and it's blue. Although I do like the fruit punch and the orange Powerade, but I think I like this one the most. Dark blue. But hey, this was a good segment. We also got, inevitably, Seth Rollins. As soon as I heard CM Punk was opening the show, as soon as I heard CM Punk opening the show, I thought to myself, I don't know if Seth Rollins will come out, but it wouldn't surprise me a bit, considering CM Punk and Seth Rollins don't necessarily like each other. And sure enough, that did happen. Wait, is there someone here? Is there someone here that's... As of right now, I only see you, Austin, and my flock. I don't know if there's anybody else here, but I don't know if there's anybody else here, but at the moment, I'm only seeing my flock and you, Austin. I don't know why. Moxley, I don't know what happened, but this past Thursday, me and Dino Man, a friend of mine named Dino Man, was doing a WWE 2K24 live stream, and apparently at one point near the end of this live stream, was coming onto the live stream obviously under a fake account, and decided to start talking trash. The only problem is that I couldn't see who the person was. I couldn't see the account. I was the only one that was really able to see anything. That and another guy that was on the live stream, Easton, East the Beast. This, I guess, is his channel name. I could only see him and myself. I couldn't see the person that apparently my friend Dino Man was seeing, also in the live chat. So I don't know what was going on. But hopefully, and thank you to the people that are in here that are watching. Hello to all of you. I think someone... Midnight Rocker, I don't think I know you, but thank you for coming, and thanks, my flock, for sharing it. Back to business, Seth Rollins came out, interrupted CM Punk. He wanted to know why CM Punk decided to interfere in his match and his business. CM Punk basically said, well, I'm sorry, but I wasn't interfering in your business. I had business of my own with McIntyre. You just happened to get caught in my business with Drew McIntyre. Wheel? What wheel? What wheel exactly would that be? What exactly are you? I don't know. Hey. Yeah, yeah, they CM Punk. Oh, I'm gonna keep doing videos. No problem. That's not gonna be a problem for me. I'm gonna keep doing videos on this channel for as long as I want. Ain't nobody gonna get me off this channel, get me off YouTube anytime soon. Yeah, CM Punk made it clear that no matter what, yeah. Dark blue. I already said that. I already said what color. Austin dark blue. That code. CM Punk made it clear that he wants Seth Rollins to face Drew Mac. He's gonna get Drew McIntyre. Don't be sorry, Austin. Okay, don't be sorry. Don't ever be sorry. It's just that you didn't hear me. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. And your account is a disgrace to human beings all over the world. So fuck off. Well, Danny. Oh, hey, Danny. Obviously Austin mom is a troll account because obviously Austin mom is a troll account. Thank you, Midnight Rocker, and thank you, Lifelock, and thank you to everybody so far. Well, the obvious trolls that have been coming in so far are Hacker of Tomorrow and Austin Mom, and those are two that usually almost. Yeah, I've had a feeling that it might be a real channel. It's just that I've never seen that channel before on my live streams. Oh, yes. Before I go any further into the Wrestling Week in Review, I have some things that I got this week that I wanted to show you guys. Danny, you might like this, you might not care, but there's some things that I got this week. This past Monday, me and my dad went to do our normal thing that we do at the first near like the first of the month when we just go out. We go to a bunch of Goodwills, go to a bunch of places and look for stuff to get. Most of what I get are movies and stuff that I either have wanted that I want to get or haven't seen yet, or stuff that I've gotten before from the library, but I've never been able to get for myself to have. And that's what my Goodwill Finds videos that you see on my second channel, that's what that's about. All the stuff I get for that month that's new that I get, I will do a video about all of it, and I'll just tell you guys what I get. Now, the last place we went to was Big Lots, and I was not expecting this. Oh yeah, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing for no reason. Now, Danny, I don't know if you're still here, because I know you were here just a second ago. But I found a whole slew of DVDs that I was not expecting to find. And what I found was a whole slew of WWE pay-per-views. They had like at least a bunch of them. Most of them were 2021, 2022. They had like Royal Rumble 2021, Fastlane 2021, Elimination Chamber 2021, like WrestleMania Backlash 2021. They also had Elimination Chambers 2022 and 2023, as well as Crown Jewel 2022, and a bunch of WWE reviews. Now, these are the three that I got. Crown Jewel 2022. Oh! What in the world are you doing here? Why would you come here? I got this one, Crown Jewel 2022. I got Fastlane 2021, which I actually have not seen all the way through. There was actually the first, and then I got this one, which is the only pay-per-view they had that was an quote-unquote older pay-per-view, considering it was from 13 years ago, TLC 2011. These were the three that I got. I'm quite happy that I got them. And now I can just add them to my collection of WWE pay-per-views that I got on that new shelf. The only problem is that I'm starting to run out of room. So eventually, but hey, it's nice. It was so cool. I did not expect to find any of them there. And that's what they had. They had just had a whole bunch. They also had, one of the ones they also had was Hell in a Cell 2022, and I kind of wanted to get that one. Oh, I'm sure he already has those. Maroney is, from what I understand, Maroney has so many of the WWE pay-per-views that he probably already has all three of those. But hey, yeah, I've officially watched both, and I've already watched this one and TLC, and I watched TLC 2011 yesterday. Before I watched SmackDown, I went and watched TLC 2011, and it was a great pay-per-view. But God, Michael Cole was on rare form that show, because majority of his so-called favorites at the time wound up losing. Oh, come on, Danny. I wouldn't be a bit surprised, though, but hey. Yeah. A lot of Michael Cole's quote-unquote favorites in 2021 were either... Oh, there's the fake account. Well, you're going. Well, you're gone. Oh, and just so you know, Kayla Braxton is not a you-know-what. So, bye. We don't need you. Get out. Or I'll have Danny or Nate throw you out. And I'm sure they'll do it gladly. Now back to the show, because I think I have interrupted the show long enough with the and Jacob, I'm actually it's nice to see you, although I don't know why you're here, because I'm not exactly your biggest fan at the moment. Yeah, Danny can make sure that they're a real channel. You can be the one that throws them out if he says that's a fake channel. But then also, I might be able to know whether a channel is fake or not, just by the name of it. Oh yeah, I tip him. That's me tipping him good. Me tipping him is basically me making him a manager mod. But after this segment, we would go on to have a Gunther promo. He had a message for Damian Priest. It will be Damian Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam. I actually thought they might be doing Seth Rollins versus Gunther, but hey, maybe at some point, Nate, but not at the moment. I just trust Danny a little bit more. And woohoo! 11 people, yet only 3 likes. That sounds a bit weird. I got 11 people and only 3 likes. I mean, I appreciate the likes, so if you want to, you can get those likes up. officially finished the drink. So, haha, Danny. No, thanks. I know, I know. I understand. Wow, 12. I mean, 13 likes. Okay. Well, King of Cleveland, I appreciate that you were able to be here, even though I'm not sure why you decided to come all of a sudden. But hey, I thank you. Thank you for coming. And if you put a like on the live stream, thank you for that as well. And if you didn't, well, then you can just fuck off. The match also after this segment, we had a Gunther promo, talked about Damian Priest and his match with Damian Priest coming up at SummerSlam. We also, the first match we got was Jey Uso taking on Chad Gable. This match would involve interference from the Wyatt Six. Wyatt Six, which allowed Jey Uso to win the match. After the match, Jey Uso just decides to get the heck out of Dodge before the Wyatt Six can come out. Chad Gable receives yet another visit from the Wyatt Six. And we get another VHS tape. The VHS tape delivered to Michael Cole by Abby the Witch, basically Nikki Cross. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Midnight Rocker. That's definitely my goal with this channel, is to make everybody feel like they're welcome, except for the trolls. They can go to hell. But yeah, that's exactly what I want this channel to be about. Is just I want everybody that's a part of this, that comes onto this channel and comes onto my live streams or that watches my videos, to feel like they're welcome. Because I know there were some channels on YouTube that aren't like that, aren't as open and inviting as me, but that's okay. One in particular, who's a 16-year-old who I don't want to talk about, but is a bit of a BRCTH. No, it's BITCH, but I'm not going to say the full word. I'm not going to get myself banned from YouTube. After this match, Chad Gable we got a backstage segment following this match. We got a backstage segment involving Chad Gable and Adam Pearce. Chad Gable was asking for explanation as to why the Wyatt Six seem to want to tag him every now and then. Basically, Adam Pearce said the same thing, like, have you even stopped at any point to ask why is the Wyatt Six coming after you or whatnot? Yeah, yeah, Danny, I'll be there. I'll make sure to show up. I've been liking those live streams. So I like doing those live streams every Saturday. Oh yeah. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, definitely. But hey, everybody that comes on to here just that is clearly a any other streamers you watching? Well, I do have a couple of other live streams that I go to every now and then. I got one that's called Tuber Chat. That's called Tuber Chat, that allows people to help grow their channels. I'm not sure if Danny knows who he is, but I've been on his channel for at least a couple of months now, and it's really nice. And a lot of people that I've seen on that channel, I've also seen on other channels, like James Gype is another channel that I am subscribed to. He also allows people to grow their channels on his live streams. And then another channel that I really like, that I also am subscribed to, they haven't gone live, I'm sure, in a long time, but it's like AAP Homestead, Peace Homestead. Whenever they went live, that's when I was there basically every single time they went live for like one of their like giveaways and stuff, even though I never really like won anything. And even if I did, I would like give it to somebody else, because I'm not gonna, well, not as far as like wrestling goes, except for the obvious one that I don't think anybody really likes, and that's JD, obviously. But really nobody else. The only other one that I am subscribed to, that I do go to every now and then for wrestling, is Wrestling for Life Network. Wrestling for Life Network. They're like small. They have like just over, like, I can't remember the exact number of subscribers, but they're a small channel. Haven't been up for more than like maybe a year, maybe 2 years. And they're pretty good. There's usually like at least a total of like 3 people that usually, and they live stream everything. They live stream all wrestling, not just WWE and AEW. They live stream like GCW. I've seen them live stream like GCW, Game Changer Wrestling, like Ring of Honor. I've seen them live stream um, TNA/Impact. I've seen them even do like AEW Collision, which nobody hardly ever does anymore. And I've seen them do like House of Glory and other wrestling shows. I do every now and then, and I go on to their channel via my second channel, Michael W. Harper. So that's. But getting back to the show, after that segment with Adam Pierce and Chad Gable, we got Sami Zayn coming into the ring. He talked about his match at Money in the Bank against Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, an invert, comes out. At first, he just stares at Chad Gable and Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn's like, "What? Did you come out here to say something, or did you come out here just to stare at me the whole time?" Braun Breaker says that he wasn't expecting to lose at Money in the Bank, and that he came out here willing to talk to the one person who has been able to beat him as of late. He then goes to just spear the hell out of Sami Zayn. At one point, even Ilya Dragunov tries to get involved in this story. He gets inevitably just dropped. Sami Zayn gets speared a second time. This led to Ilya Dragunov asking Adam Pearce for a match against Braun Breaker, which we did get. Oh, cool, Midnight Rocker. I didn't know that, but hey, that's nice. That's neat. 5 likes. That's okay for what I expect, for what I normally expect one of my live streams to get. But hey, if I could get one of these live streams up to like 100+ viewers, that would be something. That would be something. Because I don't think any of these live streams I've been doing, these wrestling weekend review live streams, I've gotten over 50 viewers, let alone 100. But that would be cool. Yeah. But Braun Breaker does win the match in about 8 minutes. It was a really good match. So, though I'm a huge fan of Ilya Dragunov, I think it's obvious they're setting up a rematch for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. Whether they involve Ilya Dragunov in this match, I don't know, but they could, and they could make it so Ilya Dragunov takes the pin. So Sami Zayn, even if Sami Zayn loses the title, he doesn't have to get pinned, which I don't know, because I don't think Ilya Dragunov should be counting the lights much too often in this match in his career, in his because if the reports of them giving him like a Gunther style push are true, then he should have already been inserted into the Intercontinental title picture. Because it only took Gunther like a month into debuting on the main roster to get a shot at the Intercontinental title, won it, and then held it for 666 days. People want to focus on that number being 666. Like it obviously means something. Yeah, just because he held the title for just because the number of days he held on to the title was 666 doesn't mean anything. Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of that guy. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that guy for some reason. I feel like I've heard of him. But that's okay. We also got a number of tag team matches on this show. We got Damage Control. They had a 6-woman tag team match against Lyra Valkyria, Katana Chance, and Kayden Carter. They would go on. Damage Control would go on to win this match in about 6 minutes or so. After the match, though, we got a surprise in Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville, who recently came back, has been, I guess, trying to recruit Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark possibly for like a trio. I don't know what this trio will have in store for us, but so far from what I saw on Monday, it actually looks pretty promising. I think this trio could be what each of them need to really step. I don't know. Okay, well, hey, Danny, I'll see you later tonight. Thank you for showing up and thank you for liking the live stream. But hey, I'm excited for this group. Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Sonya Deville. Maybe Sonya Deville's the last key ingredient that Zoe needs to finally get over. It's like a badass. Because I feel like the only reason why no one really cares that much about Zoe Stark at this moment is probably because inconsistency. Like, she wins a few matches here and there, but she's not really being pushed as a legit threat in the women's division. And I feel like that's what she needs to be pushed as a threat. Just wait a second, I'm doing something at the moment. Don't bother me, I'm trying to do it. Alright, I think this is what's wrong with this money. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do something. Sorry guys, I had to do that. Ah, yes, good. A lot easier, it's a lot better. A lot better. I had to close I think that was what was the problem. There was light coming through the blind and it was making the screen dark. So, that's good. Now I think I can turn down the brightness on the phone and you can still see me, obviously. And you guys can still see me. Good. We also got Pete Dunne versus Bronson Reed. This was a good match as well. That went about 6 minutes. This led to, after the match, I think Bronson Reed won the match. After the match, Bronson Reed would attempt a tsunami on Pete Dunne, only for Sheamus to come out. And I already did sorta. There isn't much to really talk about. Oh, get out of here, you sick human being. Wherever you are. Yeah. There are some people that like wrestling, but they only like certain things. I don't know. Yeah. This was the result of a backstage segment earlier on in the show where Sheamus and Bronson Reed had a bit of a talking too. I don't know what they're doing with Sheamus. I don't know what they're doing with Pete Dunne. If the end game here is to potentially bring back the Brawling Brutes just without Bronson, just without Ridge Holland, and just have it be Sheamus, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate, I'm okay with that. Something that I'm okay with because I liked the Brawling Brutes. I just feel like after Sheamus got injured, the Brawling Brutes of Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland, they just got so stymied and were just like floating around as a tag team, but just weren't doing anything. They were winning some matches, but then they were losing a lot of other matches. But they were losing so much and they weren't presented as credible at all. And I think that's the reason why some people just don't care enough about certain wrestlers or certain tag teams. It comes down to the way they're booked. If they're not booked like they mean anything, and if they're not booked like threats, then how are we supposed to care about anything they do if WWE books them like they don't care? Then why should we care? That's, I think, is the problem with WWE and how fans perceive certain wrestlers, is that they're booked to make it look like they're booked like crap, so that naturally that's what we're going to think of them as. At one point, the Brawling Brutes were a good team. It's just that after Sheamus got injured, it was like, oh, what do we do with this group? Like, we're just going to book them like we just don't care. We'll give them some wins, but it's not like it's going to mean anything. And that's most of the time what happens. A lot of people are booked on the show in matches that don't mean much. Some of them may be good, but it's like, does it even matter? We also got, oh yeah, we're getting a Beverly Hills Cop, a remake, a sequel, to Beverly Hills Cop, or to the Beverly Hills Cop, which I'm excited about. I haven't even seen the originals, but I feel like it would have been very funny to me. We also got we also got another six-man tag match with Braun Strowman and Awesome Truth versus Judgment Day. This match, Judgment Day were able to win the match. If I'm not mistaken, Judgment Day were able to win the match, which is okay. They should be winning a lot. The main event, though, was Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega of the LWO. They had a mixed tag team match with Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. This was a good tag team match, lasted about 10 minutes or so. Obviously, Dominic and Liv were actually able to win the match. After the match, Liv Morgan just decided to just jump. Whoops. Trolls, get the hell on out of here. You're not welcome here, okay? You keep coming in, you guys keep coming in, and I'm just gonna keep, and Nate's just gonna keep blocking you guys and blocking you guys. After the match, Liv Morgan jumped on to Dominic Mysterio. They fell to the mat. Obviously, he was in a very compromising position. And then Rhea Bloody Ripley makes her return. She did not look happy. She looked pissed as hell to see Liv Morgan on top of her man, Dominic Mysterio. I was like, oh shit. She is not happy. We also got a Final Testament, also had a message for the New Day. Obviously, this feud is still going on. It's nothing that's important or anything, but it's nice to see Karrion Kross used on TV, especially in a promo, since Karrion Kross is very good at cutting promos. That was Monday Night Raw. If I had to rate the show, I'd rate it a 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10 just for the Rhea Ripley return. Yeah, she definitely did not. And from what I have heard, Rhea Ripley will open Monday Night Raw this week. So this upcoming week, we're getting Monday Night Raw, and apparently Rhea Ripley will open the show, which seems only appropriate since she just got back, and she has got a lot to say, especially when it comes to, and I did see and WWE did upload a short video to their YouTube channel of Damian Priest reacting to Rhea Ripley's return, and he had the wildest smile on his face, which obviously made me realize. And earlier on in the show, we saw Damian Priest on the phone with somebody. If we were wondering who it was, that video, a short video of him reacting to Rhea's return and him having the smile on his face, all but confirms that he was actually talking to Rhea. Like, Rhea, I think it's time you come back. Get your butt down here right now. Dominic needs you. We need you to take care of this Liv Morgan problem, because she's become too much of a problem for us to handle. And so, yeah, great. Raw was good. We got NXT, was also good this week. Ethan Page, who is the new NXT champion, he opened the show, was interrupted by Trick Williams, Shawn Spears, and Javon Evans, all of who were in that Fatal 4-Way match at Heatwave. If you haven't seen NXT Heatwave, I guarantee you it's going to be a great show. All the matches rocked. Yeah, give me your best shot. Only to get shot down almost immediately. Yeah. This was a good segment. This would lead to a main event tag team match being made with Ethan Page and Shawn Spears taking on Javon Evans and Trick Williams. We actually already got this tag team match no more than like a few weeks ago leading into Heatwave, so I don't know why they decided to do this again, but it's okay. it turned out pretty good. 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 So also, we got Brooks Jensen was on the show. Recently, they have been running a storyline in which Brooks Jensen has been overly critical on social media about his booking as of late on NXT, which, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. He's hasn't been booked on NXT for at least a good while, and I understand why he would be upset that he's not being used. But the way he's been going about it has been sort of CM Punk-esque, and I would have. What we got here was basically just him calmly talking to Ava, General Manager Ava Rain, about what he's been going through. Although I sort of expected it to be more of like a CM Punk pipe bomb kind of. Yeah, Aaron, we got trolls again. We got trolled again a couple of times. Oh, that's not the real Matt Choice. I know that's not the real Matt Choice because Matt Choice would not say that. Matt Choice would never say something that's stupid. So, bye-bye. 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 Go to hell. Get out of here. Okay? You're not wanted, and you never will be. So get the hell on out of here. Fat, ugly trolls. Yeah, I'm hoping at some point to get to 500 subscribers. I'm currently at 489. The last time I checked, I'm at 489. I'm 11 away to 500. I cannot believe it. So if any of you guys have channels that you would like to subscribe, that you would like to share me to, like anybody that you think would like to subscribe to my channel, feel free to share my channel out with anybody you feel like would like to subscribe to me. It would very much appreciate it. I'm just 11 away from 500. I cannot believe I can't believe it when it happened. Like, yeah, I can't wait till I get monetized. I can't wait till I get monetized. Oh, and Gunther can wrestle. You guys, you haters that just hate on Gunther like 24/7 nonstop want to say that Gunther only has one move, and that's the chop. He literally does not. He has the chop, the power bomb, the splash from the top rope, the splash from the top rope. He's got various submission holds, including the Boston Crab, the crossface, and the sleeper hold. Plus, he's got that new move that he introduced, I think, last year called the Last Symphony, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think he's got he's got a wicked lariat that is almost JBL clothesline from hell-esque. So basically, yeah. Tell me that Chopper is only a one-move guy. Because that will get you shut down by almost everybody else who has seen Gunther's matches and will be able to tell you exactly how many moves he does have. Yeah. Yeah. The nerve of some people. The nerve of some people. But yeah, we got later on in the show, following Brooks Jensen's segment with Ava, we got an attack from Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen decided to wait, snark and sass. Don't. For now. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, my floss. I think my floss knows her. My flock knows her. So yeah, like what Danny said before, don't just hide everybody you see that's not already like a mod, or because that they might be a real channel, they might not be, but Also, the fact that my flock said that like hi snarky sister, that made me think, oh, she knows him. I think she knows her. Thank you. And she also may have been the seventh like. So thank you. Thank you for the likes. I do appreciate it. I know we get too many trolls that most of the time it's hard to decipher which channels are trolls and which channels aren't. We got at least 6 or 7 trolls already in this channel, already on this live stream today. We got a segment, Javon Evans. He was not able to compete in the main event. He got attacked by Brooks Jensen. Later on, we also got another segment involving Brooks Jensen and Ava, where she had to reprimand him for his attack on Javon Evans. This is going to lead to a match with Javon Evans taking on Brooks Jensen next week. I don't know who's going to win the match, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, Josh Briggs was apparently the one who advocated for Brooks Jensen to come back, but he's obviously regretting that decision. We also got a Wes Lee segment. Wes Lee, fresh off his match at Heatwave against Obafemi, which with the stipulation being that if he lost the match, he could not challenge for the North American title again as long as Obafemi is champion. The same thing they did with Seth Rollins and Damian Priest, although Damian Priest has now, as of Monday, decided to hell with gentleman's agreement. Once I get past Gunther, name the place, time and place, and you can have a second shot. But we all know Gunther is winning the world title at SummerSlam. It's just not gonna, I don't think it's gonna really happen. But yeah, Wes Lee did not win the North American title, so that means he does not get another shot at the title. I don't watch Collision nearly as much, although I am subscribed to AEW's YouTube channel on here, so I will every now and then I will watch some of the videos that they upload for Collision, but I don't actually watch the show. So I had to do something for a quick second. I'm back. But yeah, Wes Lee was addressing his future in NXT, and it very well looked like he was ready to just leave NXT, but Wes Lee got a pretty pleasant surprise, something I didn't even know was going to happen, but recently we have been seeing an influx of TNA talent in NXT. Obviously, there's been a collaboration now happening with TNA and NXT, basically at least NXT and TNA, because recently we've seen superstars like Joe Hendry, Frankie Kazarian, and Jordynne Grace on NXT television. Jordynne Grace even battled Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title at NXT Battleground, which was last month. Aww. I mean, yeah, of course nobody probably cares, but geez, who cares about you? Who cares about you or your fake channels? You keep coming in here with your fake channels and you are going to get hidden and blocked and timed out every single time. So make all the fake channels you want. It's the exact same thing is going to happen every single time. Blocked, hidden, and timed out. So go ahead. Give me my views. Thank you for giving me my views, but you're not staying. You're not staying. Yes, getting back to the show, Wes Lee looked like he was going to I guess, leave NXT, but he got a surprise in the form of the Rascals, which is an NXT, which is a TNA tag team involving Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. And what's significant about this is that Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel are both friends of Wes Lee, and Zachary Wentz was Wes Lee's former tag team partner in NXT as MSK. They held the NXT tag team titles, I think, on 2 separate occasions, which was really cool. I was really surprised that for them to show up in NXT. They basically talked Wes Lee into staying. Yeah. Well, hey, if you like it, that's fine. If you like it, then great. I've never seen it, so who knows. We also got a Fallon Henley and Sol Ruca backstage segment. This led to a match that lasted about 5 minutes. Sol Ruca won the match after hitting her finishing move, the Soul Snatcher. A lot of the matches we got this week were on NXT this week were either 5, 6, or 4, 5, or 6 minutes. Carmen Petrovic versus Ariana Grace. This match lasted only about 3 minutes. Carmen won the match. We got the OC of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows versus OTM Out the Mud. That match lasted, tag team Out the Mud. That match lasted only about 5 minutes. We got Gallus versus Tyrese DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. That tag team match lasted about 4 or 5 minutes. Same with Thea Hale versus Izzy Dane. That match lasted no more than 5 minutes as well. So wasn't much of anything. And then we got the main event. We also got Tony D'Angelo versus Alexis King for the Heritage Cup. This match lasted about 9 minutes, and it was very good. But also we got Eddie Thorpe. Apparently Eddie Thorpe decided to provide a little bit of a distraction to Alexis King by being up in one of the balconies that superstars usually sit to watch matches. They decided to, get out of here. Like I said, get out of here. He was managing a DJ's booth for some reason, a DJ station, and he was, I guess, providing a distraction for Alexis King. Tony D'Angelo obviously won the match. The main event was supposed to be Ethan Page and Shawn Spears versus Trick Williams and Javon Evans, but because of Brooks Jensen's attack on Javon Evans earlier on in the show, Trick Williams had to, quote-unquote, look for a tag team partner, and there were a lot of references to this person's name on TV when Gallus had a backstage segment involving the Rascals. I think one of the members talked about some would-be Scottish wrestler, and then another member said, "Don't say his name." I immediately thought, oh. So yeah, apparently Trick Williams found himself a partner in Joe Hendry, TNA wrestler Joe Hendry. Obviously, Trick Williams and Joe Hendry would go on to win this match. NXT this week was okay. Matches weren't really that important, but the main event and the Tony D'Angelo versus Alexis King match were sort of good. Joe Hendry from TNA, he would wind up being the tag team partner for Trick Williams after Javon Evans got hurt earlier on in the show. This Joe Hendry and Trick Williams did win the match. If I had to rate NXT this week, it would be a 6.5. Wasn't as good as it usually is, but hey. DSOTR, what does that mean? DSOTR. I'm not sure what that means, but I don't know. But now let's get on to AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite this week was actually a very good show. Oh, I don't know when that's gonna happen again. The opening was Will Ospreay responding to MJF's comments earlier on in the show. Will Ospreay opened up the show. He had some things to say about MJF. MJF apparently had some things to say about Will Ospreay on the previous episode of Collision, from the previous week's Collision episode, the last Collision episode. MJF opened up the show there, said some things about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay decided tonight he was gonna retaliate with some words of his own. Will Ospreay made a challenge to MJF to come out and fight him. MJF was obviously not there. He was not gonna show up to wherever they were. I can't remember where they were, but he basically said, "Do you really think I'm gonna come here?" Gunther does not suck, you petulant child, and that's what you are. You're 16 years old. I know who you are. You're 16 years old, and you can't seem to stay away from me. I mean, yeah, you want to call me a you-know-what? Well, you can't seem to stay away from me, so yeah, what does that say about you? Looks like you're the you-know-what. Looks like you're the you-know-what more than I am. Both. Like let him have it. Like let him have it. He deserves it. I'm sorry, but he deserves it. Now, next week is AEW's 250th anniversary. I'm guessing a 250th episode or whatnot. I don't know what it means. 250th episode, I guess, anniversary special. And so they are going, and so next week it's going to be Will Ospreay versus MJF for the International Championship. The opening match, though, was the finals of the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Bryan Danielson versus Hangman Adam Page. I actually was expecting Hangman Adam Page to win this, considering that they already had a storyline built in involving Swerve Strickland, and how Hangman Adam Page just despises Swerve and what he did and what Swerve did to him, as far as at one point, Swerve even invaded Hangman's home and threatened his wife and kid. I mean, at first, yes, I can understand being upset about that, but that was like months and months ago. That was like last year. I mean, at some point, you have to get over it, but Hangman Page is not going to get over it. He won't. He made it clear this past Saturday on Collision that he is like, I'm going to keep coming after this guy because of what he did to me. I don't care if he's forgiven himself. I don't care if the fans have forgiven him. I will never forgive him for that. And I don't care what he does from now on. I'm going to keep coming after him until I say it's over. It's not over until I say it's over, basically. But Bryan Danielson did win this match after Jeff Jarrett was out there as a special guest enforcer. We all know what his involvement in this tournament, being in this tournament and being involved in it, has meant to him, being that he's a friend of, being that he's a best friends of Owen Hart, used to be best friends with Owen Hart. He at one point had to get involved in this match as a referee, I guess, when the original referee got knocked out. I'm guessing at some point. But Bryan Danielson won the match. Did not expect it, but it was interesting to say the least. We also got a segment involving Swerve Strickland. He talked about blood and guts. He talked about the EVPs. So as of now, we are now officially getting Swerve Strickland in the match. Blood and Guts. It's going to be Swerve Strickland, a part of Team AEW. Then later on in the show, obviously obviously it was bound to happen. Hangman Page decided to have a little talk with the EVPs, the Elite, and decided and just told them, I'm in, or no, he said, I'll do it. I'm guessing it was had asked him to potentially be in part of Blood and Guts against Team AEW, and it's not a coincidence that almost as soon as Swerve decides that he's going to be in Blood and Guts, that Hangman Page decides he wants to be in Blood and Guts, because anywhere Swerve Strickland goes, Hangman wants to be there. Okay, yeah, when you're able to come back when you're able to. I'll take care of the trolls if any trolls decide to show themselves. We also got a video package for the Women's Owen Hart Cup Tournament Finals between Mariah May and Willow Nightingale. This match was very good. This also we got Darby Allin apparently decided to show up suddenly. He attacked Brandon Cutler backstage and said that he had a message for the Elite. He's coming for the Elite. I'm guessing he's going to be a part of Blood and Guts, part of Team AEW. I can already see it happening because he's just that kind of guy. He's a daredevil, basically. He did some pretty crazy stunts in Anarchy in the Arena, a match I actually still haven't seen yet, but I would love to. I think I'm going to at some point, because then we also got Brandon Cutler backstage after him being attacked by Darby Allin. He decided this guy's funny. Yeah, he's going to report you to HR, but I don't think anything's going to really happen. We also got a glorious fatal four-way match, apparently, with Claudio Gazignoli, Tomohiro Ishii, Pac, and Kyle Fletcher. This match was good. Wasn't anything special, not really, but Pac wins the match. He made a kind of promo after the match saying he wants a match at All In this year, seeing as how he didn't get a match at All In last year because he was injured. We also got Mercedes Moné had a segment. She had a segment where I guess a celebration of her winning at Forbidden Door, although she did have a celebration last week. It was sort of interrupted by Britt Baker being there. Britt Baker then decided to interrupt this proceeding as well. Obviously, they're going to have a match, I'm pretty sure, at All In for the TBS Championship, perhaps. And it's probably going to be good. I'm not even going to talk about the Acclaimed segment. It was not very good at all. Although it was, I guessing it was this new music video, I guess, that they decided to shoot a new music video. I don't even know what the name of the song was, but it was like a music video segment where they were shooting a new music video, but it was just weird. Yeah. We also got a Stampede Street Fight featuring Chris Jericho and Samoa Joe. This match was pretty good. It was probably some of the best stuff involving the Learning Tree that we've seen so far. And it's been okay. This gimmick of Chris Jericho's has been good so far. The match ended pretty brutal with Samoa Joe being laying on a forklift with Chris Jericho driving the forklift through a wall, which was pretty darn crazy. I'm glad that AEW doesn't commit to these spots like all the time, and that they do spots like this sporadically. Makes them a lot more enjoyable when you can say, hey, they don't do this stuff very often. So wow. So when they do it, so when they actually do it, it's surprising and it pops the crowd. We also got the main event, which was Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May in the finals of the Owen Hart and the women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Mariah May won the match after Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway decided to stick it to Willow, obviously payback for Willow beating Chris in the semifinals, which was obviously bound to happen. I kind of figured once I realized, oh wait, Chris and Statlander and Stokely Hathaway might just prevent Willow from repeating as women as Owen Hart Cup champion. But yeah, that's what happened. Mariah May won. Toni Storm and Mariah May went up the ramp to collect the Owen Hart trophy and the belt that goes with it. But in a shocking turn of events, Mariah May decided to turn on her mentor, Toni Storm, essentially turning heel. I'm guessing this is going to turn Toni Storm babyface for the first time. Timeless Toni Storm babyface for the first time, which I'm not mad at, because Timeless Toni Storm has been it's been arguably one of, if not the best thing about AEW Dynamite, AEW television period, as of late. She's the only thing that really seems enjoyable other than Will Ospreay, MJF, and the obvious other things that has made an AEW enjoyable. But this is going to be interesting. This was basically a mugging. She attacked Toni Storm with the belt, whipping her in the back. She then decided to attack Luther, who is the butler that would accompany Toni Storm and Mariah May to the ring whenever they have matches. He went through a table. At one point, she kicked him low and then hit him with the belt, with the Owen Hart belt that is presented as the winner, and he went through a table. Then she decided Toni Storm was bloodied up at this point, was wounded at this point. Then Prezi Investor, thank you for coming. I don't know who you are, but thank you for coming. Thank you. And if that was you that hit that like, thank you. I've been dealing with trolls as of late, so I'm having to get rid of them as they come in. But yeah, Mariah May, at one point, Toni Storm was bloodied. She picked up one of Toni Storm. Oh, in Tuber Chat. Okay. Well, thanks for coming. But yeah, Toni Storm was, like I said, bloodied up, and Mariah May decided to take one of Toni Storm's shoes and just started whacking her in the head with it. Like one of Toni Storm's catchphrases that she likes to always say is "chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe." And yeah, she did actually have to watch for the shoe this time, because Mariah May was clobbing her in the head with it, and it was good, and it was a great visual to end the show. That was AEW Dynamite. If I had to rate it, it would be 7.5 out of 10. It was just as good as Monday Night Raw, if not better. Friday Night SmackDown was good, but not really Tiffany Stratton, the new Miss Money in the Bank, was opening the show. She talked about her win at Money in the Bank, talked about potentially cashing in for a women's world title or the women's title. Bayley came out to confront Tiffany, obviously. Then Nia Jax came out. She had words to say to Bayley regarding their eventual match at SummerSlam for the Women's Championship, which I totally see Nia Jax winning, but then I also see Tiffany Stratton cashing in her women's Money in the Bank contract on Nia after she wins the match. I don't know if it's gonna. They might do a repeat of what happened at last year's SummerSlam when Bianca Belair won the women's title in the match, in a triple threat match that involved Charlotte Flair and Asuka, only to be cashed in on minutes later by Io Sky, by then women's Money in the Bank holder Io Sky. That's what I see happening here, but that they could do it. Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that's how I see it going, and because I don't know if WWE has any plans on making Tiffy. I don't think there's any chance in the world that they would make Tiffy become the first woman to ever fail a Money in the Bank cash-in. Follow the Bradley's fun. Hey, thanks for coming. Those of you, if there are people here who have just now come in or who have been here and have not hit that like button so far, feel free to do so. It's never a requirement. Like I say on numerous occasions, it's not required, but I do appreciate it. Michin, I like that they've sort of subtly been doing that, basically through Orton just glaring at Cody Rhodes' championship a number of times. Like at least 2 or 3 times that we've seen Randy Orton just eyeing Cody Rhodes' title like the Viper we know he is. Like, I want that title and I'm going to get my shot at it. I don't care how I have to do it. And it's going to be great when we finally get that feud going, because that feud will have so much history to it, because Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton were once a part of a stable back in like 2008, 2009 and even in 2010 the beginning of 2010 called Legacy. That even involved Ted DiBiase Jr. Oh yeah, he's definitely. Well, follow the Bradley's fun. I don't require it. Although I appreciate it, but I just never require it because I don't want to be like one of those people that expects people to just leave likes every time I go live. I'm not going to be one of those people. Also, going into this, in this opening segment, Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton would go on to attack Bayley, but Michin would come in for the save. Michin had a match against Nia Jax, which was the immediate match afterwards. Nia Jax goes on to win this match in about 5-6 minutes. It wasn't anything. Sorry, fake accounts, but you are getting out of here. Thank you for the views, though, but you're not staying. We also got Chelsea Green. After this match, though, we got a Chelsea Green backstage segment. She was hoping to get some time with Adam Pearce, with Nick Aldis, or Nicholas the Prickles, or whatever her nickname was that she decided to give him. This obviously apparently he wasn't there. We were getting an Andrade interview, but apparently Carmelo Hayes decided to interrupt. And now apparently next week on SmackDown we're going to get Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes in a match. Last night we also got a match with Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews versus Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo of the Legado del Fantasma, or as I've been saying, Legado 2.0. This match went about 5-6 minutes. It was good for what it was. Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin were actually looking pretty good as a tag team in this match, so it was cool. That was cool to see, but Legado won the match after Electro Lopez created a distraction, which allowed Santos to get involved, which then allowed, I think it was Angel to hit his Clipper finisher, whatever his finisher is. No, Prez. No. JM. Yeah, JM, don't. Perez the investor is a real channel, and apparently he's from another channel that I know of called Tuber Chat. So he's cool. Perez is cool. Okay, he's from another channel that I know of, Tuber Chat, another channel that I mentioned earlier today, Tuber Chat. So don't time out anybody. I mean, if Daniel was here, he would be telling you, don't time out anybody until he can see if the channel's real or fake. But he's not here, so I get it. But he's a real channel. We also got an LA Knight segment. LA Knight has for weeks been wanting to. No, he was talking about Andrade. He was talking about Andrade, and I actually do agree with that. I think Andrade could very well use at least a mid-card title run, because he is not going to be a world champion, I don't think, ever. But at least a mid-card title run is maybe U.S. champion or North America or Intercontinental champion would be good for him. He is a former U.S. champion, though. Yeah, he was talking about, when he was talking about Gunther, Gunther reminds him of like that 80s, of 1980s wrestling. Which I think even Danny has even said that before. Has even said that Gunther looks and wrestles like someone from the 1980s that's like a 80s, which is the reason why I think I like him too, is because he reminds me of that 80s wrestler, or an 80s wrestler. LA Knight has been after Logan Paul for quite some time now, and it does look like we will have a match at SummerSlam. LA Knight, yeah, versus Logan Paul for the U.S. title, and as far as some people saying that LA Knight is buried, and for the people that say that Braun Breaker is buried just because he lost one match to Sami Zayn, well then go clean your ears out or check your eyes, because Braun Breaker is winning the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. LA Knight is winning the U.S. title at SummerSlam. And for those who say that Triple H hates LA Knight because he's more popular than Triple H ever could be, and that's why he's never going to win a title or never going to get a push. Well, LA Knight's winning at SummerSlam. Winning the U.S. title at SummerSlam, so you can already debunk that theory about, quote-unquote, about LA Knight, about Triple H being quote-unquote, jealous of LA Knight. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. I know that's not the real Dark Angel. I know that's not the real. I know a account. I know a channel that's called the Dark Angel. That's not it. Besides, it's using an old photo, an old picture, an old profile picture. The profile picture that the Dark Angel is now is not what that one is. So I know that's fake. We also got a Blair Davenport promo. She had a video package leading up to before her match later on against Naomi, which Naomi would go on to win. I'm surprised because I think Blair Davenport should be winning a lot more. and should be showcased a lot more, being as how she just got called up from NXT, and she was great in NXT UK before it got taken down. We also got, after the match though, Blair Davenport, Naomi was having a backstage segment with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Blair Davenport would attack Naomi from behind, which was okay. She sort of deserved the win in my eyes, but good for Naomi to get a win. Also, we got a rematch from last week. DIY are your new WWE Tag Team Champions. They decided, I guess 8 Town Down Under decided to invoke their rematch clause, which they have every right to do. When we got this match, DIY obviously were going to win. And again, like last week, we got a finish in which Grayson Waller inadvertently, on accident, winds up attacking his own partner by accident, kneeing him in the face. This allows DIY to hit Shatter Machine and Meet Me in the Middle to get the win. After the match, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory were starting to argue. Grayson Waller apparently saw something, I guess, coming, ran out of the way, and then out comes Jacob Fatu of the New Bloodline. For some reason, decided to just spoil the party for everybody. Attacked DIY for almost no reason. I don't know why, but I like it. It shows that Jacob Fatu their bloodline is willing to take out just about anybody that gets in their way of whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. I'm guessing we might see a match at some point with the New Bloodline going after the tag team titles on SmackDown. It could happen, because we got a video package from Solo Sikoa earlier on in the show when he talked about at one point the Bloodline had every title, including the tag team titles, so we could see a storyline at some point in which the Bloodline decide to go after the tag titles as well. Could happen. The main event obviously was Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline. One of the things that he did say in the segment that I thought was interesting is that if Roman Reigns does decide to come back, he wants Roman Reigns to acknowledge him, which is obviously not going to happen. Not going to happen, Solo, so dream all you want. But Roman Reigns is the only true tribal chief, and you will never get Roman Reigns to acknowledge you, especially after you attacked the Wise Man a couple weeks ago. Cody Rhodes came out. Obviously, this match is now pretty much made official for SummerSlam. And Randy Orton, they started attacking Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton came out to make the save, but it was no good. The Bloodline just are not going to be stopped at this point. And at this point, it makes zero sense for the Bloodline to be booked anything but as invincible. I mean, when Jacob Fatu came in to attack Austin Theory and DIY, Tommaso Ciampa at one point decided to hit Jacob Fatu with a DDT on the ring apron on the mat. Jacob Fatu immediately came up on that, looking like, is that the best you've got? Kind of like at Money in the Bank when Randy Orton hit his signature draping DDT almost immediately into the match. Jacob Fatu came up from that looking like, is that the best you've got? Obviously, they're booking Jacob Fatu like he's impervious to pain, or like you can hit him with just about anything and he's like not gonna affect him literally like at all. Which I think is actually pretty badass if you think about it. But yes, Randy Orton got put through the table. Cody Rhodes had his arms trapped in the ropes. That's how the segment ended. It was a good episode, not as good as like Monday Night Raw and AEW. If I had to rate SmackDown this week, it would be a 6.5 out of 10. It was good. Some segments were good. The Bloodline segments were great, but everything else just felt like it was just filler or just booked at the last second by AI. But hey, that's about it for me. That's it for me. Man, an hour and 30 minutes. That's a lot of time for me to be live. Basically, But I'll see you guys next week, and until next time, I don't know when you'll see me next time as far as live streams go, but more than likely it'll be this. But until next time, peace. Bye, guys.